Big Ed here, and today we have the Kel-Tec PMR-30, and this is chambered in .22 Winchester Magnum. And no, we are not in New York State. We are in Vermont, because this is a big no-no in New York State, this gun right here. Because it holds a 30-round magazine. Yes, this gun comes stock with a 30-round magazine. And it is unloaded. So basically, this is a rimfire pistol, and it's semi-automatic, striker fired, and it feeds from a magazine, and it holds 30 rounds, and it's a polymer lower, and it's got a steel slide, with a steel barrel, and kind of this interesting plastic piece on the rear of the slide right here that's screwed down with 4 screws right here. So when I first handled this firearm, this is a friend of mine, so this is not mine, and we want to thank Danny for letting me use this. When I first handled this gun right here, it felt like kind of like a toy to me, and and these are expensive now. These are running $550, $600. These are not cheap firearms, and it definitely felt like a toy to me. It did not feel, it was really plasticky feeling. And then I kind of, the more I handled it and the more I shot it, I kind of grew to like it a little bit more, because basically what you got to remember, since you're only shooting a .22 caliber projectile, and the round itself is not bottlenecked, it's just a straight walled cartridge, that the barrel's skinny, and the barrel's like a straw in this. It's a very, you can see the barrel right there compared to my finger, it's a very small barrel. So this, so it makes for a very light firearm. So it's interesting, and also Kel-Tec definitely is a different gun manufacturer than most others. Everything they make is different and unique, to those shotguns that they make, those double magazine shotguns, the sub 2000s. Those are really cool. I like those a lot. Those are really neat firearms. But it's definitely a very unique gun. So let's go over the control of it. Obviously, you have your trigger right there, and then you also have an ambi safety right here. Red, you're dead. And then it just flips up, and that works on both sides. And then you have your slide lock right here, so you can rack your slide back, and there you go right there. And that's basically it for controls on the gun right here. The one good thing about this gun that you're going to get good bang for the buck for are the sights. It comes with fiber optic sights right here. Let's see if we can line them up with the camera. This really makes for a really nice sight picture, but you get the idea. And today is over. So it holds 30 rounds, so it's got a little weight behind it, when it's fully loaded. Since it shoots .22 Magnum, it's got a little bit of muzzle flip, but this gun is very accurate, and it's pretty easy to shoot this gun, because it shoots a very light bullet. Basically you're shooting 40 grain bullets most of the time, or, you can get some 50s on .22 mag. But, it's definitely a fun gun to shoot. The big detraction to me of this firearm would be that it costs $550 to $600, and if I was interested in self-defense, this would not be my first choice. It would be very far down the list, just because it fed fine for us, but I don't think with that .22 Magnum cartridge, this is going to feed fine all the time. It's just, I just don't see that happening. It's such a long cartridge. Even with a bolt-action rifle, it's not the easiest feeding cartridge. You can feel them stick here or there, and I think it's much more natural for, to load a taper cartridge or a bottleneck cartridge. The other thing about it is a .22 mag, and out of this barrel, you're going to lose velocity. And the .22 mag really shines out of a rifle, and I think it's better suited for a rifle than a, but you will get .22 long rifle ballistics out of a pistol with shooting a .22 mag. But this would not be my first choice. Granted, some people are going to argue and be like, you have 30 rounds. Do you want to shoot 30 times? No, I just don't think that's necessary. I think you're much better off with a Glock with a 15, 17 round or 33 round stick magazine than something like this for self-defense. But if you already own 3-4 handguns, and you're just looking for that boutique gun, something fun, and don't mind spending some money, I think this is this will be a fun choice. The other thing, these aren't cheap to shoot anymore. .22 mag ammunition is not cheap. It basically costs as much as 9mm now. So I kind of look, and what would you rather have? A reliable 9mm or this right here? And this has got some size to it right here. You can see that fills up my hand pretty well. So it's not a small gun. So when I first got this from my friend, it basically, there was a round blown up in the chamber, and the slide was cocked back just a little bit, there was a round that had exploded in the chamber and it blew off some of this plastic covering right there. My buddy was just, he didn't get around to returning it, so I called KelTec and I'm like, let me do a review, I'll return it for you, I'll pay for the shipping, I'll get it done, and I'll do, and let me do a review on it. So he was like, fine, that's a great deal. So, I took, we shot some video of it, returned it to KelTec, and KelTec gave us a whole sheet of paper of what they did with the firearm, and I gotta say, dealing with them was very easy, and the turnaround on this was 2.5 weeks, so not bad turnaround. So, I'm happy with KelTec service, and it's proved to be reliable, and they give us a whole sheet of paper of all the work that they did to it, left a nice coat of oil on everything internally, so the gun looks good. But there you have it, folks. That is the KelTec right here, PMR-30 in 22 mag right there. So, pretty cool gun, definitely a boutique gun, not a primary primary defense weapon, I would say. But very cool, very accurate, very easy to shoot, very good to learn on, and not cheap to shoot either. And these awesome fiber optic sights on this thing, and they are non-adjustable. But actually, the front one you can drift around. But the very, very interesting firearm with all KelTec's guns. But thanks for watching, folks. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe. But thank you very much. So you can see right here, this is what they looks like. Replace grip and or mag catch, replace slide and or barrel, polish feed ramp, test fired, and replaced internal parts right there. And it just said what it came with. No mag in one case. So, so I'm pretty happy here with KelTec service, and there's another firearm manufacturer with excellent customer service. So I got to give it up to KelTec. They turned it around pretty quickly.